Hello everybody, welcome back to Around the Bush O'Clock. We've got the latest happenings in the world of anime and fighting games. And with me to go over all the delicious news this wonderful Friday once again is Rene. How's it going?
Hello. It is Friday. Very good day. I am very deep into Devil May Cry, so I'm excited to get off work and play some Devil. Very excited for that.
You probably passed the point where I was, right?
I did. I cleared the game. Now I'm starting to do some collectibles and rank S on the second difficulty.
You're that far in. That's really okay. That's impressive. Nice. And yeah, we have a light news week last week was crazy, right? We had all sorts of DLC coming out, One Piece Odyssey released. There was a lot. This week we got some stuff, but it's kind of a light news week. And we start with Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 and Revelator rollback netcode will be implemented and fully added to the retail version of the game on January 20, which is today. They had some beta tests late 2022, and from those beta tests, now we're getting the full release. So permanently, Revelator and Rev 2, we're just gonna have rollback. How many ArcSys games are left? 2?
Is it 2?
Is it 2?
It's 2 games, huh? 2 games. It's in a way. I was actually talking to some of the premium members of the channel yesterday, and I was saying that game development takes a long time, and we know for a fact that Dragon Ball FighterZ was not built for rollback, and obviously it's gonna take them more than people expect. People want things for yesterday. That's not how it works.
It has been a long time though.
But it has been a long time, and now I feel it was weird, but now it's getting weirder and weirder that they don't even mention it.
Exactly.
That is the weird part. Like, they don't even say anything. Like, well, it's taking us time. Yeah, okay, fine. But like, they don't even mention the rollback. And I know, like, look, Dragon Ball FighterZ is being done for sure. So there's the team working on rollback for fighters for the first fighters is probably a small team. So yeah, it's gonna take a while, but just at least address it. At least tell us something. Tell us what's happening.
I think they're not saying anything because saying something would be worse, which means the date is super late. I think the deadline is honestly Street Fighter 6 because many like people in the fighting game community are just gonna move on when that game comes out. So they have to put something out before Street Fighter 6, and I think if they had like a release date in mind of like May, I don't think that would be super terrible for them to announce something like that or to share that we expect to be done around this time. Yeah. But them not saying anything suggests to me that it might be even later. So I don't know, but good news for Xrd, right?
Yeah, and I feel it's just, if you release it after Street Fighter 6, you might as well just not even fucking do it, to be honest. It's just, well, and they're probably testing for Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 as well, so I guess it still makes sense for them, but whatever. But the other problem is also Grand Blue, and I think we're gonna cover this because tomorrow there will be news. Yeah. We won't talk about them today because we can't predict. Yeah. But we'll definitely cover them next week.
14 to 16 hours from now, there is a panel for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. So those news will not be covered in this week's edition of Around the Bush, but we'll talk about them next week for sure. The Grand Blue Fantasy Festival is going, which means news for those two games. I'm definitely expecting a release date out of Relink, because they have a long presentation there, and the game's coming out this year. So I feel like that is the perfect time to announce a release date.
Yeah, and we could potentially get a rollback for Grand Blue Versus.
We're gonna see a lot of like really sad emojis on Twitter again.
Well, yeah, that's. I'm more counting on that, but Grand Blue Fantasy Versus deserves a chance, and if it does get that chance, Dragon Ball FighterZ will be the last game that that doesn't have rollback from Arc Sys, which is crazy. But yeah, anyway, good news for Guilty Gear, good news for fighting games in general. Rollback is dominating.
100%. Now, up next, let's move on to another Arc Sys game, Guilty Gear Strive, another Guilty Gear. They just announced the cross-platform open beta test. So, cross-platform is coming to Guilty Gear Strive. They estimate it will be here around spring this year. But they will hold a closed beta, an open beta network test starting on February 3rd, ending on February 6th. So if you just want to play it for free, this is going to be an application separate from the main game, and it will be available for download via the store on each platform. They kind of did this already with other betas, which I think what this tells me is that, yeah, it will be free for anyone. So if you just want to play Strive for free, you can do it on those 3 days, 100%. And every platform is getting it. So PlayStation 4, 5, Steam, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and Windows platforms. I guess Steam and Windows. Is it available somewhere else other than Steam? Anyway.
I guess it will be, because it's not available on Xbox yet. They said it will be released on Game Pass in the next few months. So that's spring. So this is them testing out Xbox and probably the Windows version. Because if it releases on Game Pass, it usually releases on Game Pass as well, so you can play it through Windows. So this is going to be like a mashup of all the versions. Yeah, I'm excited.
By the way, crossplay already exists. To clarify, PlayStation and PC can play with each other, but I don't think Xbox is in there.
No, it's the first time that you will be able to play Xbox version. Right. It's this beta right here. So it's. I told you guys that I wanted to. I've completed this game 2 times. I got 2 platinums on this game. I will do all achievements on Xbox as well. I'm just gonna download the version. I had a really fun time doing all achievements. I don't necessarily love the game, the way the game plays online, but like doing 100 matches and doing all the offline content, some of the combo trials and stuff like that, I really enjoy that. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna download the beta and probably test it out with a few members of the channel, like PC, PS4, see how it works. I am surprised. I didn't know this. I am surprised that this game will release on Xbox One though. The previous generation for sure. I mean, maybe it wasn't that much work, you know. Also, by the way, all 22 characters playable, including DLC. So if you don't have any season pass, you can try them out for free. And you got all these game modes. So online multiplayer is available without a PlayStation Plus subscription. Online multiplayer is available without an Xbox Live Gold, so you don't even need those. Great time to try out Strive if you haven't yet. We interrupt this bit of news to wish a happy birthday to Calic, who's been watching the channel for over a year now. Today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Calic. And thank you for watching. Yeah, cool. BB Tag also coming to Xbox. Yes. Arc Sys exploring the Xbox side of things. Really good. And I'm really curious because I think Xbox has potentially a lot of fighting game players who don't buy fighting games because those games just die on Xbox really fast. So they are forced to buy them on PlayStation. But with crossplay, you can just play wherever you want. So potentially we're going to see a big portion of like a big fighting game community joining the ranks once this thing becomes a bit more normalized. I would like, you guys know my preference towards the Xbox console itself. Like, I prefer playing games, and since me and Globku share games too, it's just easier to share games. The one problem is I have grown attached to this DualSense controller quite a lot. Xbox was my favorite controller in the previous gen, but right now DualSense just what a fucking controller, man. I love it.
It's good. It's
gonna be hard to play any game on Xbox if I can't play with my DualSense, gonna be honest.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the thumbnail bit of news. Isshiki is coming to Shinobi Striker. We've got the scans for the character confirming that it is in fact a defense type. That was the only class type that we didn't get this season. So I think a lot of us assumed Isshiki was going to be a defense type already. I don't think it comes with any major things here. There's like an accessory from what I remember. But I don't remember seeing any weapons or a third jutsu or anything crazy like that. And of course, outfits also available for male and female. Probably this code right here. Isshiki defense type. We have some screenshots of his jutsu. He's got some karma stuff, you know. That looks like a stun type of ability. That looks like he's stealing chakra for someone. And the ultimate jutsu, he's summoning some cubes. Now, when is this character coming out? This scan does not say. But I will tell you that Ninja World League ends on January 26th. So that is a potential date for him. If he does not come out on January 26th, he's going to come out for sure on the following week. Because usually we get scans and it's 1 to 2 weeks until the character comes out. So next Thursday or the Thursday after is where I would put the release for this character.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't necessarily love the cubes. I don't necessarily love the people. But this character looks cool. I'm excited for him. And another thing that I'm excited, and I will definitely. I don't know if this is a thing that they're doing for every DLC, but they're releasing a new map for every character. Like they've been releasing new maps
not
for
every
character, right?
No, not every character. But you're right. They have been released. They released 2 new maps out of the 4 characters they released for DLC.
Well, as a matter of fact, is that a new map right there, or is it?
Hard to say.
I don't recognize those doors.
Hard to say. They might be from one of the new ones, like the new Konoha map, maybe. But I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, either way, excited for this as always. Excited to know if this will be the last.
It is a new map. Thank you to hear. Yeah,
okay.
Like this is a bit grainy, so like I don't recognize it. I could say that it is a new map. The gates, I also don't remember them, but I guess I didn't play the new Konoha map too much, or it was a while ago for me to remember. But if Tahir says it, I believe it. Honestly, it could be the final map. They did promise 3 of them, so there's 1 more to go. And releasing the map at the same time as the DLC has been how they have been doing things in this season. So
you know what? I just thought of this. I don't think Naruto Shinobi Striker 2 is a possibility, honestly. I don't know where they would go from here, so I'm gonna be honest. I wish they kept releasing characters for this game for the next 2 years. I don't know. This game, and granted, I don't play this game mostly because of how time consuming it is, and I feel like if I had to play this, I would have to grind quite a lot to get to your guys' level, and that's a bit discouraging. But it's very exciting to keep coming back to this game and keep seeing them, trying to come up with new stuff and the way they innovate in this game. So you know what? Since we're not gonna get Naruto Shinobi Striker 2, I think. Why not just keep this game alive? This doesn't bar anything else from coming out in terms of Naruto. Oh, Naruto Storm Connections is probably coming out too. So like, why not just keep this game alive? It seems like the game is profitable. It seems like they are making money out of these DLCs. So why not?
Yeah. We'll see. There's no word on a new season yet, but usually, if previous seasons are an example, they don't take too long after the character comes out to say, yes, we're doing another one. So soon we could have some sort of announcement, like within the next month or so, if they are doing another season of DLC. I think there are still a lot of characters that they could pull from, for sure. But they're running out of, like, top sellers,
Yeah. But that's my point, though. They sometimes they come up with questionable decisions for DLC, and that feels to me like they're saving some characters for future season passes, right? Could potentially be the way they're doing it. Tahir says, pretty sure they milk the hell out of this game before they give us a new one. That's the thing, like, if they don't give us a new one, I might as well just... I would prefer them releasing as many characters as they can for this.
Yeah, I think the new one is going to be Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. That's the only indication of a new Storm game that of a new Naruto game that we have, like, at all. And that game hasn't even been officially announced yet. All we got was the trademark so far. So it's like, between announcing it and releasing the game, we're not going to see it this year. Probably like 2024, maybe, depending on how far into development they are. But until then, I think that is enough time to release another full season of DLC.
Yeah. Again, I just don't see a second game of this type coming out. It just doesn't seem like how much could they do for a game like this? Like, what could they do to release a game? And then just for the amount of characters that you already have for this one, I think it's just smarter to just keep releasing DLC, because it's just so hard to get to get a new game out with that many characters that already have been released. I don't know. I don't think this has ever happened. Maybe Destiny, but Destiny is not a character-based game. It's just a game that releases new raids and probably new weapons, new maps, whatever. But like a character-focused game, I've never seen it happen. It seems like the game is successful, but I don't know if it grants a second game.
Maybe. Yeah. What are the chances that Storm Connections is a mobile game? There's always a chance, but I don't think it is. Purely because Ultimate Ninja Storm has been traditionally a console game. And if it's the word connections that bothers you, I think that's just a very Naruto word to put in a title. And I don't think it indicates mobile game at all.
Yeah, and also like it just makes sense to make a new Storm game because it always sells really well. Mm-hmm. It is the most, probably the most profitable, but definitely the most successful one. Yeah. So it makes sense that they release a new console game.
I do think that after Naruto ended, I do miss like I wish Naruto had not ended, because we're seeing an era of Bandai that is willing to create some different things. And if you think about the last two Naruto games that we got, it was Naruto Shinobi Striker, and before that, it was Storm 4. So it feels like, okay, we got Storm, Shinobi Striker, and back into Storm, you know? And it's feeling that Dragon Ball treatment, that the treatment that Dragon Ball is getting, like, oh, we're getting a fighting game. We're getting Xenoverse, we're getting Kakarot, we're getting The Breakers, which, for as mid as that is, it's Bandai willing to take chances with a different concept. And I wish Naruto was still at its peak, where Bandai felt comfortable doing that with the series as well. I feel like we live in an era where Bandai is willing to take more risks, and that might result in more interesting games. The history of Naruto 100%. Games is full of like really safe bets. Yeah, Ultra Rumble is a great example too on My Hero.
Even One's Justice, to be honest.
Even Arena Fighter, not really. It is a different kind of arena fighter, but it is just an arena fighter in the end. So I think that was pretty safe.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I think it is a shame, and obviously Boruto is not as strong, and I don't think it will ever be as strong as Naruto. So it's hard for them to really risk it. And Storm is the safe way to go, and it will sell like crazy. I will buy the game. You will buy the game. Oh yeah, obviously, like that's gonna happen. Even if we weren't, covering games, we would probably buy Connections anyway.
Oh look, they're gonna send me a code for Connections. It's gonna be a North American code. I'm gonna review the game with that code, and then I'm gonna buy my own copy because I need a European save for future DLC. And so, like, I'm gonna have to beat the game twice.
And then I usually buy a copy because I want to play on Xbox. I get my achievement.
Yeah,
well, it usually happens. But you know what?
Us getting codes doesn't mean we don't buy games.
we still buy games. No, here's the thing. Every time a game that we cover, I feel like the game gave me enough. The game is deserving of my purchase. I buy the game. You know, it's just like, I want to support this game. This game did well on the channel, and it's like I'm adding something to my museum of displayed games on my profile. I like to do that.
Moving on to the final news of the day. First, we have a little teaser for the next DLC character coming to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. It is Rudolf von Stroheim. Yeah, one of the most requested characters is going to be the next piece of DLC. There are 4 characters in the Season Pass. This is the second one. The first one was Risotto. No release date yet. This trailer is 11 seconds long, so that's all we got is the character announcement. Stay tuned for more news soon. And that's kind of that. The release date so far, all the all they said was late winter. When does winter end exactly?
I'm gonna say February. At the end of February.
End of February sounds about right.
Or is it
to me.
March? March. I think it's March actually.
Might be March. Look,
I don't know.
Late
man.
winter is when this character's coming out, so it can't be 21st of March. Thank you, Razak. Okay, well, so between now and 2 months from now is when this character will come out. In the meantime, we should have trailers and a release date and all that stuff. So stay tuned for more news.
So, and we will definitely cover this character. So here's the thing. The videos have been, sort of successful on the channel, even if they weren't. I want to make a Guile bit with this. I want to use Guile theme for this character. I want to make something out of that video. So even if we weren't covering, this would happen.
Look, but, I really think that JoJo characters are super interesting. The base game is very fun to lab and discover what each character can do. So I'm excited for this DLC release. We just cannot cover it the same way we cover other fighting games because we cannot go online. That's it.
It's just unbearable. Yeah,
which means I just have to talk to other creators and maybe some of my mods because I know they'll be playing the game as well, and play some friendly matches with them where the netcode is bearable.
Yeah, we don't need that stress in our life playing this game online.
Just not. But it is a shame because I feel like every time there's a DLC character, I play the game for 1 day and then go on hibernation mode again until the next DLC character because there's nothing else to do.
It is so fun to lab. It's a game that I mostly played just offline. I did like the story mode, and every time there was a new character, it was so fun just to lab and to come up with new combos. It just feels really good. And a new character means new mechanics, new combos, new stuff.
Yep, and the final bit of news today, Sword Art Online Last Recollection, the Sword Art Online game that's coming out this year, got a story trailer. So we see some anime cutscenes, which, look really good, and then we see some in-engine cutscenes, which look really bad.
Really, really bad. Hey, this is Bandai, right? Let's call Bandai and let them know that we are in 2023. This is not 2010.
Look, man, I already look at this and say, I don't want to review this game. I really don't want to review this game. I don't want to spend so much time in a Sword Art Online RPG again when this game is basically Alicization Licorice. It's basically that game again. It looks so similar. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is rough, and especially considering the amount of anime games that we've been reacting to and seeing trailers for. It is crazy how bad this game looks compared to those games. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that the game will be bad or anything. It's just like it does not look at how bland this scenery is. Like, it's just bland. Everything is bland in this game. I don't know. It is so behind other stuff that it is hard to get excited. But also they haven't shown anything else. They have literally just shown the engine, some of the fighting, but they didn't show heads-up display. They don't show quests, menus. I
wouldn't expect that to change too much because it never did from Sword Art Online to the Sword Art Online game. And if Alicization Licorice was fine, like it was okay when it came out, if this is Alicization Licorice again, I don't think this is fine or okay at this point because anime games have evolved so much since. At this point, this is starting to feel like a waste of money. So it's gonna be a game that diehard Sword Art Online fans are gonna buy and they're gonna have a good time in, and I'm happy for them. As like a casual Sword Art Online fan, this is not pulling me at all. On top of that, like I feel like these games sometimes focus on the worst part of Sword Art Online. Is all the harem stuff that it's just so cringe to me. But, I guess some fans like it. But that's the news. We have concluded the news for this week. And with that, we're going to move on to some questions, some answers, and then we're going to get out of here. So I'm going to look at No Mic Voice. I'm going to look at chat. If you guys got any questions, let me know right now. And we'll get through all of them. I do have commentary once again. I'm going to be doing commentary every Friday for Salty EU. Commentary went really well last week. today I'm gonna do more. So I gotta get out of here in like 30 minutes. You finally get to Marineford. In One Piece Odyssey, there is a bridge that I only had 1 bolt, and I needed 2 bolts to build that bridge. And I cannot get into Marineford until I find that bolt. And I am happy to report that everything is the same. I still have not found that bolt. I have no idea where you find that bolt. I've been working on another video, so I haven't even gone back to it.
You doing platinum on that game?
Maybe, yeah, if I can find the fucking bolt.
It should be. The guide should have been updated. If that is needed for a specific trophy or achievement, you will probably be able to find it already.
Yeah, there might be. More people are playing the game, so it's been a week since release. Crazy to think that the game has only been out for a week. Crazy to think that. It feels like so long ago for me already, but that's maybe because
50 hours of that.
I played so much.
Yeah.
What are you commentating? Strive? No, I'm commentating Dragon Ball FighterZ every Friday. I have signed up for a Strive tournament at the end of the month, but that will be on a Wednesday if I get selected. There's a lot of people signed up for that slot. I started with Dragon Ball FighterZ because I'm just more comfortable with it. I feel like Strive, I'm going to need to jump back into the game a little bit to catch up on some stuff, and I need to understand Happy Chaos a lot better. Because, you know, Happy Chaos is a threat. He's very prevalent in the tournament, and I need to understand what good Happy Chaos players are doing, what bad Happy Chaos players are doing, find, like, the exploits that players should be able to counterplay and stuff like that, but... what are your struggles with commentating fighting games so far? I need to come up with a list of stuff to talk about whenever there are technical difficulties or we're waiting for a player to join a room or whatever, just like filling time. Sometimes comes out very naturally because, you know, you got good banter with your co-commentator. But when you both go quiet, you feel this sort of pressure to like bring up a topic, and I need a list of topics ready to go. I feel like I need that. Online commentary also is... every commentator knows this, but like with online commentary, you're gonna get overlap sometimes. Like you're gonna speak on top of your co-commentator. We're already expecting that, but it's still super frustrating when it happens.
It is. Even for us, like the way it goes is you don't want to leave any, you know, silence. So I'm always expecting, even for around the bush, I'm always expecting you for like to finish your sentence and for me to start so that there's no silence. And sometimes I start and you start as well. I was like, oh shit.
That's the content creator approach. I actually talked to C4 about that, and C4 is the same way. But he says American commentators, they are not like that. They're just having a conversation. They have like long silent periods where I get really uncomfortable. That's his word. So like it's a commentating style, I guess. You don't have to fill in every silence, but I do feel that as a content creator, and apparently C4 does too. I'm going to commentate with C4 today, by the way. It's very exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. I mean, it's just... Also, I feel like it will depend on, again, how you vibe with the person that you're commentating, because I feel like if let's say me and you, we're doing something, we're so used to doing stuff together that I don't think there's ever a moment where I don't have anything to say or to discuss or even joke around when we're commentating stuff like that. But I can see, like, if I don't know the person very well, if I'm just commentating without knowing them, I don't know if that's going to be as easy as that.
Yeah, finding the rhythm of your co-commentator is also a bit of a challenge sometimes. It takes a while. Like the first tournament I commentated, CBK, it took me a good like hour and a half to find the guy's rhythm. Because I didn't notice like he was being quiet because he's chill with having silences. So I would end a sentence, he would say nothing, and I would rush into another sentence, and then we would overlap. And I learned to just let it breathe. He knows that he's gonna pick it up. Like I have to trust them to pick up the commentary. And then their commentary was so paused that sometimes he would just say a sentence, go quiet, and I'm like, am I going again? Wait. But no, that was just his style. He pauses. Okay, it's his turn. Let him do his thing. It
also says something that I think is also very important. Suppose that's where suppose that's where knowing all the players really well helps, because you get deep into the matchups and how the players have been doing. I would be able to, because I always follow Wanted and the top players in Europe for Dragon Ball Fighters, and even United States, mostly the East Coast, not West Coast, not as much because it's in a time zone that I can't watch really. But I would be able to just analyze and look at the history between the players, because I do have that in my mind from watching so much Dragon Ball, and that I think when you watch that much, you'll get to know, even if you start now on commentating, you will get to the point where you remember that match that happened between these two, you remember they fought in that tournament, and then in that tournament.
100%.
That really helps you fill the gaps.
I did think that was going to be a problem at first, when I don't know anyone, right? I know the big players, but they're not playing in these tournaments, so I don't know if I'm going to struggle with that part of it. But this is the second Salty EU that I'm commentating, and I know like half of the players that have signed up for this week because I commentated last week. So,
I don't think it's a problem. I think it helps to fill those gaps if you need to come up with some stuff, but it's not necessarily a problem.
You can talk about like their histories a little bit, and having those tools to fill in some silences between matches is really good. But onwards to other topics. We've been on commentary for a while.
I wanna bring this up because this has nothing to do with questions in anime games, but it has to do with gaming, which is Forspoken. Guys, beware. That game, for people that are not following and are interested in the game, beware, because the embargo for the reviews lifts as the game is released, and a lot of outlets have not gotten the code. They have not been accepted to get a code for Forspoken. That is very sus.
Square Enix selecting which outlets it sends the code to, not a great sign.
I don't know about that.
Not a great sign. I do want to go back to a question from Razak. Silly question, but isn't the bolts in a box and the other in a barrel near the bridge? I found both there next to the bridge. The barrel is a bit hidden. I sure hope that I just didn't find the barrel, but I've been there plenty of times. If you can capture a video going, yo, here's the box, here's the barrel, and send it to me on Discord, dude, I would be so grateful. I would be so grateful because I've been there so many times, and now, like, once you break a barrel or a box and get the item inside, it doesn't respawn ever again. It's a limited item. So every time I go there and I break boxes, and I think there's like 3 of them before the bridge, they're all empty. But if that's it, dude, if that's it, I will feel very dumb, but also very grateful if you send it over. And you're right. Also, I'll make a commentary reel. Yeah. I'm making a commentary reel so I can apply to bigger tournaments. I have notes on my phone of like timestamps that I want to clip and then just bring them all together. It's a bit of work because I've been going back to the streams and finding them. Finding the moments and everything. But I think for this stream, what I'm going to do is put a stopwatch. Let's see, stopwatch. I'm going to like do a stopwatch on my phone. And every time something hype happens, or I think, oh, I did well on commentary there, I'm just going to click lap. And it's going to like sort of timestamp it for me. And then I go back and I just clip all of those together. I think that's going to be a more efficient way so I don't have to go through the VOD later.
Smoke asks how have YouTube streams been going?
Right.
Not great, but you know, it's. I don't think it's terrible, but also we haven't really started to do this properly. We're still.
It feels like we're transitioning still, you know.
Yeah, like we're still trying to recover from. Like the whole December thing that, you know, kind of we don't have that many videos going on the main channel. Also because there's not a lot of stuff happening too, which also kind of sucks. But we've been sort of late on stuff, so we haven't been able to prepare as much as we wanted to. We're transitioning into that. Also, I feel like us not, you know, posting on the community page, which is something that we should be doing more. will probably influence, because I know we've done that in the past, and we see we see a growth in views because people from the main channel end up turning up.
True. I've been sleeping on the community posts. I should do that more often for sure. But I also think community posts should maybe have other value. So we might need to come up with like a community post strategy. It might be something as simple as like just posting the news that we post on the news tab on Discord. We post it there too. And then once in a while, here's a stream. So people see the value in the community posts and interact with them, and that makes it show up more in their YouTube algorithm. Instead of just like, oh, stream, ignore, and then it just doesn't show up at all.
Yeah,
so
I guess we could do that. That's a good idea, actually.
Maybe
some
do
of,
that.
Not all news, but some of the most important news, we could do that.
For sure.
I guess.
For sure. Yeah, pretend it's a tweet and get engagement. That's it. That's it. Oh, there's a YouTube video with wood steel bolts. Made by Poe. You're fucking kidding me. Wait. No, it's not studio, you dumbass. Okay, wood steel bolts. Let's see.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I got that one. That's the one I have. Fuck off. Fuck off. There's a barrel there? There's a barrel there?
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that is very good. Well, it happens, man.
Oh my god. I can't. I feel so stupid, yeah. You too? Yeah, you were struggling with it too.
The barrel is only visible if you completed a baseball minigame?
Stop it! Stop it! There's no baseball minigame. He keeps saying that.
What?
He keeps saying that for everything. There's no baseball minigame. There's no baseball minigame. Oh.
Why is there no baseball minigame? That's the problem. You know?
Is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba the Hinokami Chronicles last CyberConnect 2 game? It's the last one they've made, yes. I think they'll make more games in the future.
Actually, I don't think so.
Oh, they're done.
No, wait. No, that's not what I mean.
Storm Connections is gonna be. Oh, you think it's Fuga?
Fuga 2, I think, released afterwards. I think.
No, I think Fuga 2 releases this year.
Oh, is it?
I think so. You think CyberConnect 2 is done? I think they're not doing it anymore. Yeah, coming soon says on Steam. Coming soon. Not available yet. Was the first Fuga before Demon Slayer? Or it wasn't. Right?
Maybe it wasn't.
I think the first Fuga was same year as Demon Slayer, but it was before Demon Slayer.
Well, technically,
July
JoJo was the last one.
Oh, yeah, JoJo All-Star Battle R. I guess you're right. I guess that is technically the latest.
Okay. Fuga came out a few months before Demon Slayer.
That's what I thought, yeah. That's what I thought. So how long you been looking for that bolt? No more questions about the bolt. I'm not taking any more questions about the bolt. We're done with the bolt questions.
The bolt is a very complicated situation. We'll stop addressing the bolt.
Fuga 2 still needs to release. JoJo netcode is so bad, Glob deleted it out of his mind. Also, it's a remake, right? A remaster.
Yeah, it was more because of that, actually.
I think if you think about like, okay, what's the last game that CyberConnect 2 made? You don't think JoJo. You think, oh, they remastered JoJo. They didn't make JoJo last. Is Clifford the Kaiju? I don't know what this means. That sounds familiar though. Clifford.
The big red dog?
The big red dog.
This might be just an American thing, and I'm trying to.
Oh! From the Christmas
Clifford the Big
movie.
Red Dog? Yeah, sure.
I never watched
That
it,
version.
man. It could be a kaiju. He's very big. I don't think he's
Very
kaiju big,
very
though.
big.
Kaiju destroy buildings by walking.
I mean, he's tipped over a building
Okay.
by leaning on it.
Why does everyone know Clifford? What the hell?
You are crazy.
Childhood question I had.
I don't know. Why is this guy so popular?
First off, I'm happy I'm not the only one who knows who Clifford is.
Why do you all know this?
Well, everyone knows this in chat. What is going on?
What is wrong with
Yaya joined voice chat because he needs to have an opinion on this.
Me.
Why does he know Clifford?
Why do you know Clifford?
We grew up with Clifford.
You grew up with Clifford?
Over here, we knew him like 27. That's how old Clifford is. Clifford's been around forever.
Bro, I have no idea. Wait. Just first of all, this. I don't think this dog came to Portugal at any moment in his life.
Is this a dog that goes, it's cliffing time, and then he cliffs all over his opponents?
Oh,
He's
No.
been around since 1989.
Whoa,
No,
that's
88,
when I was born.
1988.
Okay.
no. This is. I'm telling you, this is not in Portugal, or if it was,
This,
it was
if,
very underground.
If it's been around for that long, it must have come at some point. It must
Clifford
have been here
Dog.
at some point.
Portugal. Now I need to, because I don't remember this. Clifford do Cão Vermelho.
That's why it was so funny. I was like, wait, let me start what I'm doing.
I just found a book cover in No Mic Voice, Clifford the Big Red Dog, now in Portuguese. So it's been a thing.
Wait.
That's Brazil. That's Brazil.
Yeah, that's probably Brazil. That's the problem.
Maybe.
I
know.
don't.
So it's been everywhere. It's been...
Actually,
I have a
don't
dog.
think
Does that
so.
count? It's not red though. It's just a dog. Anyway, we're done with questions. But yeah, Smoke, to the live streaming thing. I thought a few times that okay, this change is making a lot of sense. Let's leave Twitch. We're already making the same money that we were on Twitch anyway, and now we're not. Like, it went down quite a bit, but it also feels like, okay, we have potential for growth. The revenue went down mostly because of two main factors. One, RPM. Two, we stopped uploading Wanted because like we had so many uploads that of course the channel was popping off. Now we don't have as many uploads. We have 0 uploads. We're just doing live streams. But the one thing that I think is missing is more people subbing, and I was expecting that to not happen as frequently on YouTube because the culture is not the same, right? On Twitch, people just sub way often, which is why I made the price $0.99, but I'm still not seeing a lot. So I think it's a matter of really just encouraging people to do it more, and we do that by offering some cool stuff like the premium shows, and we have a few other ideas in mind. But we haven't had the time to like really make that full transition, and it feels like we're missing stuff. It just feels like we're missing stuff all the time. Like the resub sound not popping up. Okay, now we need to test another alert system instead of Stream Elements. We're going to see if Streamlabs solves it. The channel points stuff, like I really want to get channel points working, and I've applied to the Ludwig app. What's it called? Forgot. Truffle TV, and waiting for a reply there. So yeah.
The Apple ad revenue is low at the start of the year. This has been one of the lowest I've ever seen since I started working on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
It is a bit scary.
Oh yeah. The
Like
lowest.
I've never seen this like a hit this big since I've started working. It is a bit scary.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We have some savings, so we're not going to make a profit for the first time since we started working together. So this month we're not going to make a profit, but we have some savings put aside, and we'll be fine. It is the start of the year. Ad revenue goes down as usual. This is just like an all-time low for us. And it's not like our videos are popping off or anything, but it does not justify that big of a drop in revenue. And we got a big drop in revenue. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to need you to click on that video that I. Vegetas, are you around? Are you watching this? Because I need you to know. I need you to tell me if you remember this.
Cliff, lembras-te quando eras cachorrinho? 18 cachorrinhos dentro do pequeno ninho, pelo vermelhinho sentiam grande carinho.
No. No. I've never heard this.
This is a culture thing. This must have been something that was really underground here in Portugal. Because the dog is great. That's this is weird. Like
again.
I don't know, man. I don't think we ever. If this was on television,
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
When you do roster video or stream, what are you talking about? Roster video or stream? Roster of what? Maybe Porto people didn't hear it. Did you hear it? Are you from Portugal? What are you? Okay. This is Clifford's conspiracy. We must get to the bottom of it, and we will at some point, and that point will be in the future. For now, bid you all farewell, and thank you for watching. Join twitch.tv/TeamSaltyEU if you want to catch me in commentary in about 25 minutes. Me and C4 should be a good time. The Waffle House has found its host is another meme I've heard that I have no idea what it means.
I'll explain it to you at the end of the month. You'll never figure it out.
Oh my god.
You'll get an explanation at the end of the month.
Okay.
Y'all are crazy. You guys are nuts.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
I mean, Googling it, you'll also find the answer, but...
The Waffle House has found its host.
It's new host. Has to be new.
Its new host meaning. There's a video. There's no your meme. Spam comment phrase coined by viewers of YouTube Johnny Razor as part of a social media prank that started mid-January 2023. Comment spread? I still...
Yeah, so he told his community that on the 31st they were going to make like a whole comment thing, and they were